Spiritual practice brings the mind to quietness. Therefore, the deep internal flow of Parama Purusha, the divine being, can arise. It is one thing to study and to recognize divinity with the mind, to seek the inner realms. But there is also the heart. When you feel that your love is dry, you cannot feel the presence of God, of Paramparush, what should you do? What to do when the heart is dry? Why does the heart become dry? Unable to experience that loving presence. Sometimes the stress and strains of outer circumstances, over-engagement in activities, these things can distract the mind, and the attachments and engagements in the world become so strong that the heart falls away from divine being. But when you take the time to build that relationship, hear stories of saints and sages, read stories, read spiritual quotes and inspiring materials. Do those things which bring remembrance of the divine and inspire your heart. Through hearing the stories of others and reading, through putting yourself in spiritual environments, your heart will begin to feel more connected, more open. And then that sense of love that you have deep within you for the divine being, it rises to the surface. You begin to feel you are close to your Lord. Lord is just there with you. The presence of Lord becomes palatable, not an abstraction, not an idea in the mind, not a theoretical possible experience. You know, there are so many people today who experience meditation and spirituality strictly in a very non-emotional fashion. They stick to practices which do not recognize the existence of the divine, that do not need to acknowledge a divine, a greater, a larger presence in the universe. They strictly stick with calming the mind and calming the thoughts. And these practices are very beneficial, but they do not open the heart. To open the heart requires a relationship, an experience of the beloved, a sense of the immense, all-compassionate, omnipresent intelligence, awareness that exists all around you, within you, that is the very core of life. You know, the human heart longs to be stirred, to love deeply, to feel love, to feel connected. And it is that relationship to the divine which brings forward that connection, that wholeness, so that you can live in love divine. So those practices which can open your heart and bring you closer in your feeling, in your being, those bhakti practices, singing the name of God, singing the divine names, dancing the kirtan, reading the stories of the saints and sages, hearing the stories. Those things stir the heart. They bring life and vibrancy. When the heart is alive, you are alive. There are times when struggles and sorrows create clouds that overcast the sun, but they cannot overcast the sun for long. And then the bright light of the inborn self shines forward. So allow yourself not only the peace and calm and surrender, but the inspiration to truly find your beloved, to truly find your shelter in the storm, to truly find love divine. All right?